What's going on, everyone? For today's video, we're going to be going over the 5 packages and options that you might just regret getting in your BMW. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, BM Review, what we do here is teach you everything there is to know about BMW, all the features, all the different hidden tips and tricks. So if you want to learn everything about your BMW, do yourself a favor, subscribe to the channel because we put our content every single week. If you have a BMW key fob that looks like this, do yourself a favor and get it a key fob cover. We do sell them down below for all around the United States, so definitely check those out at the end of the video. The keys are not cheap. You do not want to drop them. You do not want to break them, so do yourself a favor and get you one of these. Links for those right down below. Check that out at the end of the video. Let's go ahead and get started. I have owned a BMW M4. I got it about a year ago, and there were a few different packages that I got on it that I do kind of regret getting. A couple different things that came into realization after the fact of me getting the vehicle, and I will be going over all that, so definitely stay tuned for the whole entire thing. If you are in the process of choosing your packages or options to get for your BMW, this could also help you in your next BMW that you would be getting right down the road, so another reason to just watch the whole entire thing. Let's go ahead and get started with number 1. So I have been saying it all across my channel for the last 3-4 years that everyone should get this package. Well, I did come into realization that in my M4 that I had, I did also get this package, and surprisingly, I never even used it. I probably only used it twice a month, and that is quite unfortunate because this package was close to $2,000 depending on which BMW you are getting. It may also be $2,500 so something that is not cheap. And that package was Driver's Assistant Professional. Again, I have been telling everyone to get this package, but here was the catch with it that I realized for getting this type of package on my BMW M4. And this may be something that you all may need to consider as well. Driver's Assistant Professional is an amazing package or feature to have in almost every single, but I will say that depending on what your BMW's role is within your household, you may want to reconsider getting this package. Now, let me explain by what I mean by this. My BMW M4 was just a weekend car. My Honda Civic that I also have was my weekday commuter car. Driver's Assistant Professional is an amazing package, but again, it will only work if you are driving in commuter traffic on a weekday basis. I honestly thought that getting this package was going to be a huge thing, but what I realized was that my BMW M4, or this may go for many other people who just keep their BMWs as a weekend car, is that by me having that package for my M4, which is a weekend car, there was no use for it at all, because the times throughout the days of the week that I'd be driving it, there would be no traffic on the road whatsoever. So yes, Driver's Assistant Professional, if your BMW is going to be a weekend car, or if your drive that you take doesn't really include much traffic jams on the highway, you most likely do not need this package at all. Driver's Assistant Professional is great to use if you're driving on the highway in traffic jams, so that you can go ahead and activate the package, feature, or option so that the vehicle can just go ahead and self-drive itself whenever you're stuck in a traffic jam. Aside from that, you really do not need Driver's Assistant Professional if your BMW is going to be not driven a whole lot, or mainly just going to be a weekend vehicle. So keep that in mind. It was a bit of a waste of $1,700 or whatever it was, because I did just drive my M4 on the weekends, never really used this package or option a whole lot for that vehicle. So that is one of the number 1 things that I do regret getting. Another one is going to be wireless charging. So many people are going to have the option to get wireless charging. Granted, for a lot of the newer cars, it is going to be more of a standard thing, but I also had a wireless charger where I could just place my phone and just go ahead and charge the phone. The issue that I bumped into here was any iPhone 16 and older does not get the full speed of wireless charging. If you have an Android, you are going to get the full speed of the wireless charge that BMW can offer. Keep in mind that the slow charging that happens with the iPhones is not BMW's fault. BMW is geared to give you the full speed of a wireless charge to your phone. But again, any iPhone that's iPhone 16 and older does not have the full wireless charging capability speed. It is limited by half. So even if you do get a wireless charger for your BMW, it is a cool little flex. It will charge your phone. For some vehicles, it may get really hot. So BMW did start to include this little slit right over here where you can get some fan speed, where you can get some air going onto your phone, just so that your phone doesn't overheat. So that is a really cool thing. But my BMW did also have a wireless charger that I've never ever used. What I did instead was inside here, there was a USB-C charger for this vehicle. You're gonna have your 2 little ports right here. These guys right there will charge your phone about 2 to 3 times faster than the wireless charger would. Another thing to consider for the wireless charger is if you have a magnet piece or any sort of aftermarket product that might be behind your phone, your wireless charger is not going to work. Everything in between your phone to the wireless charger has to be completely clear. You can have a case if that case is wireless charging compatible, so keep that in mind. A wireless charger may be something that you may not need for your BMW. This one is also going to be a really controversial one because I do also love this feature, but again, this was also something that I didn't really use a whole lot. Getting a heads-up display on your BMW, you may not need. Your screen that you have here does also display the same thing that your heads-up display does. My biggest issue that I had with my head-up display was the fact that I wore polarized sunglasses. If you also wear polarized sunglasses, you're not going to see your head-up display. And if you are somebody who drives your car at night, using your head-up display at nighttime can get really, really intrusive. So to be completely honest, I probably would have been completely fine without using the head-up display. All the information that I need is also going to be right here. It basically shows the same information, but again, using polarized sunglasses, I couldn't see the head-up display during the day at all. Granted, if you do go into head-up display and change the rotation, that might help a little bit. I personally haven't really tried that yet, but I have heard a lot of people doing that. The other thing you could do to bypass that issue is BMW is now rolling out with these really cool sunglasses. The sunglasses come with technology where you can even see your head-up display be polarized as well. So that is a cool fix that you could get. If you do wear sunglasses, you may just want to get the BMW ones because then you can actually see your head-up display while your sunglasses are still giving you the benefits of being polarized. But yes, because I had polarized sunglasses, the head-up display didn't really help me a whole lot during the day because I just couldn't see it. And then at nighttime, it was something that did come off as really, really distracting. So yes, just to mention it again, if you are somebody who fits that criteria, that may be something that you may want to consider. Next up is getting the bigger wheels for your BMW. We're looking at an X7 way over there. Those are also the normal ones as well. BMW does offer a whole line of upgradable rims that you could get, but this one does come with a massive catch. If you do get the bigger rim sizes, one thing you do want to consider, or pretty much get no matter what, is going to be wheel and tire if you do have a M vehicle that has the bigger rim. So that may be one thing to really watch out for. The other issue you may bump into is whenever you do get the bigger rims, say for example 22s and 23s, those rims only come with summer tires. So that's the other thing to watch out for. If your BMW does have the bigger rims, not only are you going to need to get a wheel and tire, because if the area you live around is going to have a bunch of potholes and crappy roads, there is going to be a great big chance that you're going to damage the rim, scrape the curb, get a bubble in your tire. So those are the drawbacks that come with the bigger wheels. And if you do get the bigger wheels, you're also going to get summer tires. And when you have summer tires, those tires cannot be driven at all in the winter. If you try to drive with those tires in the winter or anything below 45 degrees, you're going to run yourself a huge risk because those tires do turn into hockey pucks. They have no grip on the road whatsoever. And any slight rain or ice that you go over with those tires, you're going to have zero grip at all. You're going to spin out, you're going to damage your car, and it could get a lot worse. So when you do have a BMW or any car with summer tires, you have to get a winter setup and switch that out whenever the weather starts to get below 45 degrees. So that may be one huge thing you may regret getting with your BMW. So many of the newer BMWs that are rolling out now are going to get this option called ESIM. ESIM, in my opinion, is probably the number one least used feature that I have ever seen. ESIM is only going to be good for a small majority of people, and I would say that many people who are in real estate or doing work from their vehicle are going to be the ones who could benefit from using ESIM. The biggest misconception that happens with ESIM is people think that if they get this, they're going to get Wi-Fi hotspot within the vehicle. All that ESIM really does is just give you the hardware ready to go to get Wi-Fi hotspot within your BMW. You can also have your BMW get its own phone number, its own line. But keep in mind, whenever you do get eSIM, if you do want it to be used, you have to add a line for your BMW on your mobile carrier. So say, for example, if I had T-Mobile, if I had eSIM, I would have to call T-Mobile and pay them $20 or $15 a month to add a line for my BMW to get Wi-Fi hotspot. and use eSIM within the vehicle. I personally, in my few years of being around BMWs, have never seen anybody use eSIM. It is going to be a thing you see quite often whenever you go into mobile devices and then you see your phone listed there. You're going to see eSIM listed right up top. But keep in mind, if you want to use eSIM, if you want to get a Wi-Fi hotspot within the vehicle, you have to add a line with your mobile carrier in order to get that to work. Another huge thing to remember is many of the phones that are coming out these days, they can also be a Wi-Fi hotspot as well. You may just want to call your carrier in terms of that, but you could get a Wi-Fi hotspot emitting from your phone and then use that to connect your laptop as well. That is personally what I would do, because your phone can be used wherever you go, and then that also means your laptop could also get Wi-Fi wherever your phone goes too. So that's why I personally would not get eSIM at all. My last BMW did have it. Many of the BMWs do come with it, but many also do come with it as an option. A bonus one is also going to be gesture control, but gesture control is starting to go away now. Many BMWs did have the option to get gesture control, but honestly, instead of you just doing this to turn up and down the volume or rewind songs, there are these cool little buttons right over here where you could do the exact same thing. So that's personally another option that many of the older BMWs had that I just don't think you really need. The only thing I do like about gesture control is if you did have a BMW that did have gesture control, and if you did have one of these little shortcuts here, you could program one of the gestures to go directly into the shortcut. So that's personally just my opinion. I don't really think you need gesture control. But again, keep in mind that this is all dependent on your situation. At the end of the day, all these packages and options are really, really good. But a lot of the things that I did mention does depend on how you drive the car, where you drive the car, what type of things you're wearing. So I did want to make this video to point all those out. If you all had any questions, write them down below. I'm playing catch up on all the comments, but eventually I will get back to you. Thank you all for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next. Take care and have a great day.